Hey, Jason.
Yeah.
You think I should move this to his leg?
I mean, that is your MO, dude, to get off the ribs.
I think I got a bunch of talkers to prove something to, so might as well just do what the guy wants.
Big piece there, bro.
Trying to shut some people up. I am so tired of everybody telling me that I can't do a rib tattoo. That's not something that I'm afraid of. I am doing the biggest tattoo possible on this guy's side. Normally, I would have told you all this stuff and talked you out of it, but not today.
In this elimination tattoo, we're testing line.
Lines are important in tattoos to hold everything crisp and sharp.
Today, we have a very special guest judge. He's been known for doing big tattoos in one sitting, Richard Stell. That brings us to this week's elimination tattoo, American Traditional. Your tattoo may include any elements you like. However, it must include an eagle and a flag. You have 6 hours to tattoo an American traditional design that includes an eagle and a flag. Remember, we're testing you on line. Your time starts now.
I think I might go to the side.
Think about going on the side? Once the canvas suggested that he wants to do this on the ribs, I was a little bit worried because that's one of those areas that is iffy. How'd you sit for that first one?
That's fine. I'll be good.
Sure?
Positive.
Now we're under time constraints and I have the pressure of doing lines on the lower rib cage, which is gonna be a pain in the ass. My canvas's pain tolerance is sinking and sinking really, really fast. And those are words that you really don't want to hear when you're tattooing. Almost there, man, almost there. I wipe away and that line's got a little bump in it. Flag is the only wonky part that I got, just hoping that somebody else up worse than I do.
This week, we went old school and had you tattoo an American traditional design with an eagle and a flag, giving us similar elements to judge. We're testing you on line. Ron, step right up.
This is a rough tattoo. Putting that dark color behind the darkness of the eagle just makes mud.
Eagle is black. You don't need to put black in the background of a black eagle.
The flag's just jacked. The way that the area where the stars are bends, no way in hell that wouldn't be stars on the other side. It's the same on both sides.
As you've learned today, even though American traditional tattoos are simplistic in style, that doesn't mean they're easy. For the first time ever, the judges don't have a best tattoo of the day. All 4 of you are in the bottom this week. Ron.
You've had a lot of hard times with outlines. And in this tattoo, man, we feel like this is an impossible tattoo to fix.
I mean, that flag speaks loud and clear what's going on.
It's my first traditional tattoo, first time ever drawing one.
What I find kind of amazing is you entered a competition show about tattooing called Ink Master, and the popular excuse for everything seems to be inexperience.
The judges have decided. Ron, you do not have what it takes to be Ink Master.
It was a tough decision for us overall. We feel like it's the toughest tattoo to fix.
Please pack your machines and close up shop.
I'm pretty bummed out. There were some worse looking eagles than mine. There were some up flags. There were some backward images. At the end of the day, I did my best. Do I think I should be going home? No.
And this week, we're testing detail.
Detail can be shown with fine line work, something ornamental within the tattoo, anything that can draw attention to a small area to make the bigger picture look a lot better.
Today, you must create Egyptian tattoos. Damn. Your canvases today all want ancient Egyptian images characterized by their fine details.
Something for the Sphinx, I think, on the side.
The ribs are definitely a tough spot. Anytime we put it on the side, it's gonna elongate even more. That piece becomes like that. I'm trying to convince my canvas to get it away from his ribs.
I want it on my side.
I just hope he's able to sit.
I'll lay like a rock. I won't move at all.
Otherwise, there's a good chance of me going home. You're tougher than me, bro, because I wouldn't even attempt it. I've had to fight for every single inch of tattoo that I've put in. He's either moving, shaking, cringing, and it's horrible. I tried to warn you it was gonna be a rough area. It's not even about the time. I don't think I'm gonna be able to even touch his skin anymore with this needle. I think we would have been done if it was on another part of the body.
Today, you had to create intricately detailed Egyptian tattoos, MV. Well, I am glad you followed Marissa because otherwise I'm not exactly sure if I would know what this is.
A sphinx, by definition, is a lion with a human head, sometimes depicted with wings.
I just don't think it looks like a sphinx to me.
That body looks more like a seal or a sea lion or a walrus. It doesn't look like a lion.
In a detail challenge, you have no deliberate detail throughout this tattoo. If you didn't nail this, which I don't think you did, you put yourself in a situation that's tough.
Well, today we're looking at detail with Egyptian tattoos. Let's talk about who's in the bottom.
Definitely got to put MV in the bottom.
Obviously, I did as much research as to the hypotheticals of what the Sphinx would look like. There's a lot of theories out there. As far as the traditional Sphinx, as I've seen one, it doesn't remind me of any of that.
The way that he shaded this tattoo, it loses everything about a lion.
MV.
The biggest problem with this one is if it wasn't for the Sphinx head, I wouldn't know what it was.
What's a sphinx? A sphinx is a lion's body. And what's a
This
lion?
does not look like a lion body. If you just look at the back side of that body and the belly and the hind leg.
I wanted to put more into that. I fought to get that much into it.
You put too much as it is. It does not look good.
Oh my God.
MV, you okay? What's up? What's going on?
Detail's what I do. I'm not gonna go out on a detail challenge. I know what I'm doing. Give me another chance to see what's up.
If I don't know what I'm looking at from 10 feet away, I think it'd have to be MV.
All right, MV.
MV, you do not have what it takes to be Ink Master.
Man, it's not how you get knocked down, it's how fast you get up. And you should be standing, you should be proud. Today, it was just a tough choice that you gave yourself to convey what it was that the subject matter should have been.
I'm better than what I've shown here. I am a good artist. This is not only what I do, but it's who I am. And it just sucks that I wasn't able to show everyone.
This week, we're testing consistency.
Without consistency, your tattoo's gonna look awful. All your lines have to be straight, your shading has to be in perfect placement. It's the most important part of tattooing.
Today, you must tattoo a famous work of art.
Some of these will be really hard.
Your canvases today all want a world-renowned painting permanently tattooed on their skin. From Starry Night to The Birth of Venus to The Scream, these paintings are some of the most recognizable in the world.
Fine art paintings have hundreds of hours worth of layering of paint. Replicating that into a tattoo is a nightmare.
You must perfectly replicate your painting down to the brushstroke, using consistency to capture the details and its overall essence.
You said that you sat for 30 minutes, you want it on your ribs. It's
I know.
not good.
It's the most sensitive area.
It just hurts. It hurts like a bitch. Tyler is gunning for me in order to get to Matt. I'll go ahead and say off the top, if we were to put it somewhere like the side of your thigh or something like that.
I can't have it on my limbs.
Okay, you can't have. What about your shoulders?
No, not shoulders.
I could be sent home for this. If we're gonna do your side, let's just do it. I'll get this last chunk down here done. Water Lilies by Monet is by far the most difficult because there's so much layering happening in the painting. Duffy and I are choosing to go about this painting two different ways. She's using a zoomed in section to tattoo, and I'm using a little bit more of the painting. I want to make sure that the painting is identifiable.
Did you see Duffy's?
I saw it once and it was earlier on. How's she doing?
It looks amazing.
Today, you had to replicate a fine work of art. Katie, you went head-to-head with Duffy. I'm familiar with this painting, and I'm not entirely sure if I would know what this is if I was standing next to her.
Felt like it was very difficult to translate into a tattoo.
Your colors are completely different than the colors in the painting. In the painting, there's some really bright, vivid areas of green with a really high contrast. You made those areas really forest hunter green, so it changes the painting itself.
You've got one of the harder paintings to reproduce and one of the hardest parts of the body. Definitely shows there's a struggle here. It's a rough one.
It's time to find out who the human canvas jury determined had the worst tattoo of the day.
God damn it.
Katie, you're here because the human canvas jury determined that you had the worst tattoo of the day.
I still really dig the tattoo. I still stand by it.
Taylor, why did the Human Canvas jury vote for Katie to be in the bottom?
The elements that they didn't like were the edges. They felt that it looked drippy and heavy, and the brush strokes weren't varied enough to show detail.
The Monet painting was the toughest one to translate into a tattoo.
I love this tattoo. It looks like a painting, which is the objective.
Love you, girl.
Thank you, Taylor. The judges have decided. Katie, you do not have what it takes to be Ink Master.
This is total bull. I'm going home today because I was given the most difficult subject matter on the most difficult part of the body. It's not fair.
Bubba, as the veteran artist, it's on your shop to prove that you deserve to be back in this competition by proving that you have overcome your weaknesses. In Bubba's honor, you'll all be judged on the fundamentals. There's no better way to show your fundamentals than by tattooing a style that leaves you no room for errors. Illustrative black work.
Ooh. Yeah, bring it on.
Using only lines of different lengths and widths, you must create texture, depth, and contrast in your image. Since there's no color or shading, the smallest flaw in your fundamentals will be obvious.
All right.
Good luck.
How you doing so far?
Peachy.
Peachy.
The ribs are a very, very sensitive area.
It's just like a vicious kitten is giving you a little tickle.
Just find your happy places. Not in this competition and what's out. Oh, yeah. If he can sit through it, we can sit through it.
That looks great, sweetheart.
Artistic skin designs. I love this tattoo, especially in these eyes. The fact that you got them so dark and wet with the line work.
I love the effects that you pulled off. The lines on the horns really create the contour and the shape and design of what we're looking at.
Thank you.
Time to determine who had the best tattoo of the day. My top 3 is allegory, artistic, and Old Town.
For me, it's artistic skin design.
I think hands down, it's a landslide on that one.
The judges have decided the best tattoo of the day, second week in a row, goes to artistic skin design. Congratulations. And today, you must tattoo Japanese temples.
Oh my God. Yay, Japanese temples.
Those things are so intricate and so detailed, and they're so structured.
Oh my God.
So if you're not good at your line work, you're gonna up this temple.
It will require expert composition to capture the beauty of these elaborate temples.
Wow. We are looking for you to compose this tattoo. You have to put together something that's a scene. If it's a winter scene, make it feel cold. If it's a beautiful sunny day, make it clear as day.
Do you think I should do it there?
I'd put it on the ribs.
My only concern is just him sitting still.
I'm not gonna get canvas in the sleeves.
Leaving is one thing, but sitting and squirming for 6 hours is even worse.
Doing all right? Team Christian, they didn't just send me a grenade. They dropped a nuke on me. Every week they're gunning for me. As soon as I pop my head up from the water to catch a breath, they push my head back down. It's just exhausting having to fight every single day.
What's going on with this front over here? It just kind of like has this scratchy line. It just looks unfinished.
I hate everything about this tattoo. This thing's crooked as hell. I'm doing what I can to save it, but, you know, this thing's...
Today, you're being tested on composition, tattooing Japanese temples. Kyle.
You had a tough challenge. The line work definitely gets away from you as far as all the straight lines being parallel in direction. There's pretty much no way to make the bottom of this bridge look straight with the angle of the temple. It just wraps a little bit, and it did get a little bit askewed in the process.
It's a tough spot to put a man-made structure.
Yeah, exactly.
The thing that's throwing your design off the most first, your tattoo is just all shaded in the same way. There's a lot of similar tonality here where you can't really back yourself out of a corner.
Kristen, why did your team vote Kyle to the bottom?
We just felt that Kyle's seriously was the worst tattoo of the day, hands down.
At first glance, that's a solid tattoo.
I think Kyle's looks pretty rad. Definitely looks like a powerful, dramatic tattoo.
It was like a powerful earthquake blew up the whole neighborhood. Not only is the pagoda leading, but the bridge is leaning completely the opposite, incorrect way.
You would have served yourself a big help putting the stencil on in 2 parts. Placing the pagoda, placing your bridge. You didn't need to be pigeonholed to that stencil.
The curve and the indents of the rib cage made some lines look a little wobbly.
You can't straighten up a crooked structure.
It's gonna stay though. Yours is gonna fall.
No, it's gonna stay. It'll be light, but it'll stay.
I feel like it's between Amanda and Kyle, and I'm really torn because I like the weight of Kyle's tattoo.
From a distance, it has a lot of contrast. It's dark.
It reads more like a temple to me, and Amanda's, when you really get into the temple, the upper tier of it is just a lot of inconsistencies on lines and shapes and patterns. My vote is for Amanda.
They both have line work problems. They both have dimensional errors, but Kyle's definitely stands out as having the most crooked stuff going on. My vote's for Kyle.
Kyle, I want to keep you here, man. But this is just the most challenged tattoo of the day. I hate to do it, man, but Kyle.
The judges have decided. Kyle, you do not have what it takes to be Ink Master.
You did good, man. This just wasn't your day.
Nope.
Please pack your machines and close shop.
Thank you. Later, guys.
Take it easy, man.
It's very bittersweet. I may be leaving without the title of Ink Master and that $100,000, but to me, earning my brother's respect and having him be proud of me is way more meaningful than any of that.
This week, we're testing gradation.
Gradation is going from super dark to super light and having a nice smooth transition in between.
There is no better test of gradation than a black and gray tattoo.
I'm known for bold color tattoos, not my black and gray work. This is gonna be tough.
If your blacks aren't dark enough to smoothly transition to light tones, you will not achieve gradation, and your tattoo will end up a gray, unreadable mess.
Hey, Jason.
Yeah.
You think I should move this to his leg?
I mean, that is your MO, dude, to get off the ribs.
I think I got a bunch of talkers to prove something to, so might as well just do what the guy wants.
Big piece there, bro.
Trying to shut some people up. I am so tired of everybody telling me that I can't do a rib tattoo. That's not something that I'm afraid of. I am doing the biggest tattoo possible on this guy's side. Normally, I would have told you all this stuff and talked you out of it, but not today. This is my chance to shut up all the haters. I'm really gonna prove a point. I can't give them any reason whatsoever to not give me the title.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That is it. Time's up. Machine's down. No more tattooing.
I dig it, man. I'm just happy I got it done. It's a huge tattoo.
Thank you, boy.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Josh.
You hit gradation out of the park. The front leg on this tattoo is beautiful. To me, that's your highlight of the whole tattoo.
To be honest, it doesn't look that far from my shading. My only complaint is that it's not on my ribs.
Time to poll the judges. Who had the best tattoo of the day?
I like Josh. It just was clean, it was consistent.
Josh and I have been rivals since last time he was here, and I always tell him that his designs are stiff and rigid, and today you found your flow.
Final decision.
Josh.
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 Congratulations, man.
Thank you very much.